Welcome to the Legalpreneur Podcast. I'm your host, Andrea Sager, founder and CEO of Legalpreneur Inc. As a serial entrepreneur and someone that works exclusively with small business owners legally protecting their business, I'm dedicated to covering common legal issues faced by business owners, providing you with the business knowledge you need to catapult your business's growth and showing you just how some of the world's most elite entrepreneurs have handled these legal and business issues themselves. In true attorney fashion, the information in this episode is not legal advice. This is for informational purposes only, and you should always consult with your attorney before implementing any of the information in the show. Hello. Welcome back to another episode of the Legalpreneur Podcast. Today, we are going to chat about some legal stuff, specifically, how do you legally stay in compliance with your website? This question comes up a lot when a client comes to me and they're launching their website or they're relaunching or they're just like, hey, can you make sure my website is in compliance? Make sure there's no red flags. So basically, I made this short little checklist and we're going to go over that. But first, a couple announcements. Number one, make sure you're getting on the wait list for Legalpreneur Live. We're going to start pre-sale very soon, and you will only get those prices if you are on the wait list. Will not be available to anybody else. So if you're on the wait list, you will get these special prices. Now, we are having a giveaway for the month of February. So my goal for 2022 is to really grow the podcast. We've been pretty stagnant, slow, steady growth, which has been fine. It's I'm not trying to be a top podcast, but I also want to grow. So I need your help. And because I need your help, we're going to do an amazing giveaway. Every single week in February, starting today, you can start now. I know today's not February 1st, but starting today, every podcast episode each week that you screenshot, post it to your stories, and tag Legalpreneur and at Andrea Sager Law, you will be entered to win. So the more podcasts that you screenshot and tag, you'll be entered to win a free pair of AirPods. We're going to give away 4 pairs, one each week. So each week in February. So you have a chance to win 4 pairs of AirPods. You can't win more than one. So the more you post, the more chances you get. So each episode released in February, screenshot it, post it to your stories, tell us what you love about that episode, and you will be entered to win. Make sure you tag at Legalpreneur and at Andrea Sager Law. We will announce each winner the next Monday. So it'll be announced on Instagram each week. Stay tuned and we'll email you. Don't worry, we'll find a way to reach you. And if you want an extra bonus entry, all you have to do is rate the podcast, leave a review, and you can screenshot it and DM it to me at Andrea Sager Law on Instagram. If you're not on Instagram, you can email it to me. That'll be a bonus entry as well. I know some of those are hard to prove, hey, I did it, but if you just screenshot it and send it to us, that will be a bonus entry. Let's get this rocking and rolling. I'm so excited. And by the way, I'm so excited because tomorrow's February 1st. It's my son's birthday. He's going to be 5. I can't believe it. I'm actually taking the day off with him tomorrow and spending the day with him. We're going to have his birthday at Chuck E. Cheese. I'm sure it's going to be COVID infested, but that's okay. He wants his birthday at Chuck E. Cheese, and we're going to spend the day all day together. So it'll be fun. You'll see it on the stories. All right. So back to the website checklist. If you're launching a website, if you have a website, I assume many of you listening have a website. So make sure all of these things are on your website, or make sure they're not there on your website to be in compliance and not be breaking any laws or have potential to get in trouble. So first things first, you need your privacy policy and terms and conditions. You guys, a privacy policy is required by law. Terms and conditions are not required by law. However, it is a good idea to get it done. So make sure that you have a privacy policy and terms and conditions on your website. We have templates of these ready to go for you at the legalpreneur.com, buy a contract bundle. Every niche bundle has both of those because we know everybody needs them. So go buy your niche bundle, thelegalpreneur.com, and they're ready for you, plug and play. That's it. And you put them on the static pages of your website. Depending on where your website's hosted, they have it different terms, but basically they're static pages, which means they don't move. They're just there in the footer. If you have trouble, like you can just Google your platform and Google like Squarespace static pages, Kajabi static pages, or WordPress static, wherever it's hosted, they can help you. So those two things, always make sure they're on your website. Next, we have terms for checkout. So if somebody can purchase something on your website, you always want to make sure you have specific terms for the checkout. Now, this technically is different from the terms and conditions of the website. However, the terms for checkout, the terms for purchase, can be incorporated in the overall terms and conditions. You just have to double check on how things are being agreed to when they check out, because they can check the box and that's legally binding. But you need to make sure they can click to go read those terms, and those are the terms for checkout. Like on Kajabi, they are separate than the overall website terms, but it just depends where the website is hosted. And in the terms for purchase, you can also have your refund policy, or it can just say no refunds. If you have products, you ship things, your shipping policy, everything in there can be in the terms for purchase. Okay, disclaimers. Whatever your business is, you may need to disclaim something. And everybody always says, hey, what disclaimer do I need? Well, I don't know. What do you do? So it's not just, I can tell you exactly what disclaimer you need. It's a matter of what you do. So if you guys have questions, like I can do like a Q&A on, I can do like a Q&A podcast. If you want to let me know what your businesses are, then I can say, hey, this may be a typical disclaimer for what you do. So for medical professionals, and if you have a separate informational website, you always want to say this is not medical advice. This is for informational purposes only. Same for our Legalpreneur website. You'll see that it specifically says we're not a law firm. We're not a substitute for a law firm. There's no legal advice here because it's not actually a law firm. Andrea Sager Law, that website, it is an actual law firm. A lot of times when it's a website about business coaching, then you may want to disclaim, hey, we make no guarantees for, your results, because it's all based on you and the work you put in. So just depending on what you're offering, what type of profession you're in, that will depend on your disclaimer. And you may need more than one. Now, photos. We all have photos on our website. You want to make sure that you're either using your own photos that you took yourself, or that you have a proper license from a photographer for. Or if you go and get stock photos, you need to make sure you have a proper license for those. Whether it's a free stock photo site, make sure you pay attention to the fine print. Or if you go and pay for stock photos, always, no matter what, pay attention to that fine print, because that can still come back to bite you in the butt. And last but not least, make sure you have that copyright notice on your footer. It can just be the C circle symbol, your business name, and the year. And the year is specifically the year that the work was last updated. So your website, if it was updated in 2022, the year on that website footer should be 2022. And this is how you can tell if a lot of websites aren't active. If business owners aren't active anymore, it's because they don't update this. Some people also just don't know, but that's a good indicator, especially for me when I'm looking at active people. It's okay, this person probably hasn't been active since this year. So that's my little checklist. It will vary for every different business, but in general, any business needs to follow these things and make sure they're applicable on the website. Let me know if you have questions. Happy to answer them. And don't forget about our giveaway. Screenshot this, tag me in your stories, tag Andrea Sager Law, tag Legalpreneur, let us know what you like most. You'll be entered to win, and screenshot your review and DM it to me or send it in an email, and you will have an extra entry. All right, you guys, I'm out. Let me know if you'll have any questions or if you need anything.
Here
at Legalpreneur, we're committed to providing a supportive legal community for all business owners. I know how scary the legal stuff can be. If you found this information helpful, I would be so grateful if you could share it with a fellow business owner. And quite frankly, it doesn't cost anything to rate, review, or subscribe to the show. Your support helps me reach more listeners, which allows me to support more business owners in their entrepreneurial journey. Have any questions or comments about the show? Feel free to drop me a line on Instagram. I promise I read all of the messages and comments. And if you want to be a guest on the show or know someone that would make a great guest, simply fill out our application form and a team member will reach out if we think it's a good fit. I'll see you in the next episode.